the crazy week 9, right? Started with Von Miller being traded, and then right before week 10 begins, Odell Beckham Jr. is acquired by the same team, and what happened in between is the greatest yada, yada, yada in the history of football media, right?
Just like,
so that's it, though, right? That week 9, the craziest week period, that's done. That's done. Because week 10 starting, we turn the page, different week. And then week 10 starts. And then Tua Tagovailoa doesn't start, but he's active. Yeah. I was sitting at home getting ready for this game, and, I get the email from the NFL media group, assignment desk and information desk, and they're top-notch in the business. As soon as the Dolphins put out their actives, inactives, I saw Tua was not on it. And I thought to myself, well, if he's not starting, is he on IR? Like, did they IR him? No, he's active. Huh? So if he's active, why isn't he starting? Because if you're good enough to be up and play, why aren't you starting? Well, probably short week, didn't practice, this, that, the other thing. We're just going through walkthroughs and all that business. Yeah, like he needs to learn the playbook. Whatever. Okay. And then the game starts. And Lamar Jackson, who we talked about on this show yesterday, almost 24 hours ago at this time, as the leading candidate for MVP. I put up on the screen, even, had our top-notch production team at the Rich Eisen Show put together a nice graphic to show his numbers through 8 games this season compared to the 8 games that kicked off his eventually unanimous MVP season. And they're the same damn numbers and even better passing numbers, which correlates to the fact that he's 3-0 this season in games in which they're down by double digits or more. He's throwing the team into games when they're out of it, something that he couldn't even do as the unanimous MVP in 2019. Then he comes out and the Dolphins defense bottles him up. Bottles him up. And the Dolphins turn to Tua in the second half because Jacoby Brissett, who's only put a field goal on the board, right? He's banged up. Tua comes in with his fractured finger on his throwing hand and starts throwing passes like a guy who's got a fractured finger on his throwing hand. Honestly, like he had Tebow-like accuracy. It looked like he was throwing with his feet when he first came out there. And we're looking at him grip the ball right now. It looks like, he couldn't hold on to it, which after the game he said he had trouble gripping the ball, which is what happens when you've got a fractured finger on your throwing hand. And he even banged it on an opposing member of the defense's hand. They kind of high-fived on a follow-through, and he was shaking it and all that stuff. I'm like, what's going on? If he's not good enough to start, but he's good enough to relieve, why was he up if he's throwing like this when he's relieving? And then all of a sudden, things got even crazier. Like the Dolphins taking the lead, 6-3. And then marching down the field with Tua. And then doing something that looked straight out of the Larry David playbook. Flipping it to Myles Gaskin on a dump-off pass, who then throws it back overhand, not a flea flicker underhand, overhand back to Tua, who then hot potatoes it back to Gaskin. Like a Larry David double flick. A flea flicker screen pass. It actually worked. Got him inside the red zone. And then there's penalty on the Dolphins moving around. It looks like they're going to have to kick this field goal. So what do they do on third down? Goal to go? They call a screen pass. And the greatest thing in the history of the National Football League unfolded.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Tyree helmet catch.
Oh, yeah.
Immaculate reception.
Sure.
Dwight Clark.
Whatever.
Music City Miracle.
None of them compares
Dez
to
caught
the
it.
ineligible big man cartwheel reach touchdown that didn't count.
That's 6. That is 6 right there, Rich.
6'6", 327-pound right guard Robert Hunt from Louisiana Lafayette says, "This is my moment. I've been protecting guys my whole life. I've been pushing defensive linemen around my whole life. I've been blocking for screen passes forever and a day. But this day, today, on Thursday Night Football, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to catch the ball. Even though the guy who's supposed to catch is directly behind me.
Like, what's going on?
Even though the rest of the linemen are doing what they're doing, which is up the field, facing the other way, blocking. I'm going to turn around and present myself as a target. I'm going to catch the ball illegally. And I'm going to still try and score. I'm going to make a move. And my teammates are going to block for me.
Yep.
Because they don't know what the hell's going on.
Did he pick it up? Did he
What?
catch it?
Is my teammate actually eligible? Don't know. Let's play it out. Let's play it out and see what happens.
Got to play to the whistle.
Let's play it out and see what happens. And Robert Hunt, he smelled that goal line. And he got cartwheeled. And he reached out. He scored. He celebrated. And then didn't score.
Flag.
And then it just got wiped out.
Ah, boo.
But what will never be wiped out from our memories is this. For one glorious moment, a big man said, "Screw it." A big man said, "I love football. Football is life." Yeah, like Ted Lasso, I'm going to hit that believe sign. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to score a touchdown. Even though I have no business scoring this touchdown. And when the defense tries to stop me, I'm going to still reach out and score. I'm going to give it my all. Robert Hunt doing something for everybody in this world, showing that it's all possible, even when you have no business trying. I loved it. It was the greatest moment this season. All right, I know I put it up there with the Immaculate Reception, the post and all that stuff. No, but seriously.
We're caught in the moment, Rich. We're caught in the moment.
I think I'm having my fun with it, but I think there's a reason why everybody's talking about it.
It was amazing.
First of all, it's big man with football, always entertaining. It's big man cartwheeling with football and then reaching out and making a football act and scoring and celebrating and thinking it was his moment and just losing his head in the moment. I don't know why he thought he could catch the football.
I don't know.
Because all he had to do was like be in the appropriate spot with his face up the field, and Gaskin grabs that one, and he had some blockers in front.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think this is kind of like Ted Lasso, a moment that we all need to laugh and a moment where we all need to believe that this is your moment, man. And we all got into it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all talking about it. And the Miami Dolphins are making like photographs on elevator doors out of it the next day. And just like for some momentary lapse of reason, he thought, I'm going to catch the touchdown pass, and it's now on elevator doors.
Wow.
Because it's the greatest thing ever. He's trying to score, and he has no business trying, and it's not legal, but screw it. For this one moment, I'm going to take it.
Going for mine.
Now, he thought, like, Gaskin wasn't there, and I don't know what he thought the possible result could be. But be that as it may, the Miami Dolphins do take the lead, and they do get an incredible defensive play by Xavier Howard on Sammy Watkins, creating a fumble, and with the ball on the ground, I don't know. I've never seen anybody hop up that fast and pick it up and scoop and score from midfield like that.
Right.
Honestly, he creates the fumble, and then they're all on the ground. He sees the ball on the ground. He could have easily been contacted while he reached for the ball. Instead, he gets up, then scoops it, and scores. See ya. Now, that's when usually, this year with the Ravens. That puts the Ravens exactly where they want to be, even though they never want to be, which is down by 2 scores. And then, of course, Lamar finds Mark Andrews because that's what Lamar does this year. And plus, I'm going against Mark Andrews in fantasy and all the poker guys who had them around the table. I was having a terrible night at the table, but let's just be that what as it may. But, Lamar's starting to come back, but then Tua, man.
Made a couple plays.
Tua made a nice throw down the field. Albert Wilson, totally blown coverage.
Yeah, blown coverage.
But, and so that's it, though. And the Dolphins win. And just in case, when you're thinking, Week 9 was totally done, craziest week ever, Week 10 gives you Dolphins 22, Ravens 10. And these 2 facts are actual facts in this crazy world where facts are fungible things. 1, the Dolphins won 1 game in 2 months, but just won 2 games in 5 days. They're now 3-7. 1 game in 2 months, 2 games in 5 days. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, who started 1-3 with this Ravens loss that nobody saw coming. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 1 home win against the winless Detroit Lions away this Sunday from being in first place in the AFC North. That's a fact. Can't make it up, man. Honestly, Cam Newton became a Panther again. Odell Beckham became a Ram, and that happened. Robert Hunt, God bless you. I love it. Anything's possible. Just do it. Damn the torpedoes. Figure out the consequences later.
You said he didn't know what was going on. You played to the whistle, right? You didn't hear a whistle.
Thank goodness it was for good. Thank goodness it was for good and not evil. Yeah. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.